So basically, to understand why humans wear glasses, we need to understand a phenomenon called refraction. So I'm sure most of you must have heard of this phenomenon called refraction. So let's have a brief recap as to what is refraction. Okay, this video is not about how refraction occurs because that is an entirely different topic, but this video is rather about what is refraction. So just see in this picture right here that the pencil that is there, it bends when it is kept in the glass of water. So why does this happen? Refraction is basically the change of the speed of light and its direction. So basically the direction of light changes when it passes from one medium to another. What is a medium? A medium is anything through which light travels. So anything through which light can travel, that is a medium. Air is a medium, water is a medium, oil is a medium. All these are different mediums, and when light travels from one medium to another, its speed changes, and so accordingly its direction also changes. So when this direction changes, that is what we call refraction, because when light travels in one same medium, then there is something called rectilinear propagation. I know it's a very fancy term, but basically rectilinear propagation means that light travels in a straight line when it's in the same medium, whereas when you're talking about two different mediums, it does not travel in the same line. Rather, it changes its direction, and so this change of direction causes refraction. A very simple example of refraction, as you can just see in this picture, is when you keep a pencil in a glass of water. It appears slightly tilted because the light that is coming from the bottom of the pencil, it is passing through the water, then through the air, and then it's coming to our eyes. So basically when it's passing through the water, it has a certain direction. Then when it enters the air, it changes its direction, because of which we see it slightly tilted. So I hope this basic concept of refraction, is clear to all of you. This is a very simple concept which I'm pretty sure most of you must be aware of. So now let's move forward. So now that we have understood what is refraction, we need to understand a bit more about the eye. So basically the eye is a very complex a part of the body. So we will be concerning ourselves with only three things right here. So you can see in this picture, if you can see this picture, you will be able to understand that the cornea and the lens, these are two parts of the eye which are actually in front. So basically the cornea and the lens, they are refracting surfaces. They are different mediums. Basically the substances that the cornea and the lens are made up of have different compositions which act like different mediums basically. So because of that, refraction occurs because there are different medias involved. So now the cornea and the lens, they refract the light entering into our eyes in such a manner that the refracted light meets at a point called the retina. And this point called the retina, it has light sensitive nerves, and basically these light sensitive nerves, they can actually help us understand and see things. Now, I hope you are able to understand this through this picture a bit, how the retina, the light is focused into the retina by refraction through the cornea and the lens. So now that we have understood how the eye works, basically the cornea and the lens, they work together, let us understand what happens during two conditions. One is myopia and the other one is hyperopia. Now these are the only two conditions that we'll be discussing. There are even more conditions of the eye which can require glasses, but these are the very basic ones. So let's discuss first myopia, which is also called short-sightedness. And I personally have myopia, which means that the things that are near to us, that can be seen clearly, but the things that are far away, they have a little bit of difficulty in seeing. So if you see in this picture carefully, you'll be able to understand that during myopia, the light rays, they meet before the retina, and because of which the image becomes a bit blurry by the time it reaches the retina. Why does this occur? The answer is actually pretty simple. It is due to the changes in the refractive index of the cornea and the lens. This generally happens during very young ages or very old ages, and this is because of the change in the refractive index of the cornea and the lens. The refractive index is basically how much light refracts in a particular substance, and this is actually determined by the composition. So because of the composition changes in the retina and the cornea, this thing happens, which is myopia or short-sightedness. Another one is hyperopia, which is basically when the light rays, they meet behind the retina. So by the time they reach the retina, they haven't yet met, and this also causes a bit of a blurry image, and this is hyperopia, in which case the images that are very far away, they can be easily seen because it meets by the time it's in the retina, but the images that are very close, they cannot be seen properly. So let us just compare the two images side by side, myopia and hyperopia. In one case, the light rays meet before the retina. In another case, the light rays meet after the retina. So now that we have understood what is myopia and what is hyperopia, we need to understand what glasses do, and that is also a very simple concept. Glasses act as a third refractive index. Beside the cornea and the lens, they act as a third refractive index, and they further refract the light in such a manner that the light rays meet at the retina, because the moment when they meet at the retina, the image becomes crystal clear. And how do they do this? Their refractive index, the glasses refractive index, can vary based upon the composition. So the doctors, they adjust, or rather whoever is making the glasses, they adjust the refractive index of the glasses in such a manner that the light rays meet at the retina. So I hope this thing is a bit clearer what glasses do. They are basically a third refractive index. So based upon whether you have myopia or you have hyperopia and how much of it, you say something like, we have this power. That is basically where the light rays are meeting. Based upon that, the glass is created and has a certain refractive index. And this is not just about glass. Any refractive surface, even water, does the job. But the point is that the refractive index must be cleverly curated as to the needs of our eyes. So I hope this thing has been a bit clearer. If you still have any doubts regarding why humans wear glasses, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe to our channel. See you in my next video.